last year was like this, was the year I started, 95, and it was a summer. It was summer all summer. There was very little rain that year, but this has been the best start to the season we have had since that night, definitely. But it's not over.
You know we're close off when too many people surround me. And now everything's something I told you 2 weeks ago. It means nothing. You used to be the light that I need, but now I can see nothing at all. Sometimes we fear what's yet to come, but I'm trying to show you now how I wanna fall apart with you. I wanna fall with you. I wanna flow with you. I need to know the truth, so tell me why you send me those signs filled with flowers and lies. Then you tear me to pieces and fade through the night. I broke down my walls and then you left me falling. I just wanna
No swanky names, it's just Keith Livingstone. Contracts. This is my 30th year. I worked for a contractor that lived beside me, and he decided that he milked cows as well, and he decided that he wanted to expand the cows and give up the contract, and then they asked me would I be interested in taking it over, and I did. The first harvester I had was a JF 900, and then we progressed on till John Deere 6710, and then we were on John Deere's for a good number of years, and then we decided to move to Krone. I believe the Krone was a better machine, stronger built. The first Krone was a 770. A fella I'm friendly with, he has it now, he's working away with it. Oh, she is a good machine. She would have been fairly biggish harvester in her day, but at it, and then at 780, and this is my second 780. Also a wee 630, they're sort of a backup machine, and whenever the pressure comes on we use it. They're very impressive, but it won't do what this machine will do. Well, you can't expect it to, but it is very impressive for the size of it. I'm happy enough, I bought her second hand, and she's a great wee machine, so she is. This harvester here is the biggest one with the V8 engine, and there's no bolt-on horsepower available for this. I don't know, I get the grass all lifted alright. It's good enough for me, so it is. But I would like a run in one of the bigger ones just to see what they are capable of doing. Maybe I'd be safer not, I'd only want to buy one then. Buckrake man would be giving off. I had a set of push-pull Krone mowers, set double set, you know. And then we progressed on, they done well, and then we progressed on to triples. Now we have 2 sets of triples. You nearly have to have 2 of everything. One set has groupers on it, and the other set's just an ordinary set of mowers. Sometimes we had people there and they would reseed in the springtime, and they would undersow it with barley or different crops, and then they want it grouped. And that's why, apart from that, they don't really be used very often. Krone groupers work really well. They leave it in a lovely even row, and it's better than any rake would leave it. Like that row of grass there is raked. It's the tedding leaves it lumpy, and then they're rowing up afterwards. And if it's tedded twice as lumpy. The 6-speed roller just swallow them up. I'm sure you've heard that loads of times. If the grass goes into the front of it, it comes out of the end of the spout. That's just the way it works. Oh, it's very good. No, I've never seen her beat yet. And my early runner works all good big fields, you know, it's completely different to what you're seeing here today. Triple mowers work well in any sort of ground. So like even if you're in a small field, you ground the field twice, so there's very little left. Whereas if you're going with a single mower, you're round and round and round until you get dizzy. So a tractor and set of triples, you're nearly into the same money as a big M now, you know, you're heading that way. And I would say a big M would do the work of 1.5 tractors and triples. Krone does well for me. I'm happy with it, and I'll recommend one to anybody, but it's a lot to do with your dealer backup too. Oh, our ones are 100%, I get on very well with them. I'm dealing with them maybe 15 years now. I knew them before they had the harvester dealership, and with mowers and rakes off them. And they've been very good to me over the years. I can't say a thing about them. It's nearly as important as good weather. So it is. You have to get on with your dealer. Backup service, the most important, critical thing. Stephen and John there, you could ring them at 12 o'clock at night, they'll always answer the phone to you. And if you need parts, they'll leave them out. Or if you're in a bigger handling, they'll be there. You know, they're very good. My season is quite long, you know. We get the dairy men done, then we move on to maybe beef men, and then you move on to sheep men, and then you're back round to the dairy men again. You need the right machine to get through the work you do. You'd only been starting to cut silage maybe the tail end of May, 15th of May on, and that was early. Now we're starting the last week of April. Men cutting 4 and 5 times. A lot of men doing that now. It's changed big time now this last 10 years. Some harvesters work better in damper grass, some work better in dry grass. Krone works well in any sort of grass, doesn't matter. You put it into the trailer. Krone has definitely come on leaps and bounds in Ireland. One thing I will say about the Krone as a company, if you have ideas or any views on things, they will listen to you. And silly wee things, and if you suggest something, you could make that stronger by doing this, they'll take that on board. You mightn't just see it for a year or two, but it will, as long as it's not nonsense what you're telling them, they will try and incorporate that into their machine.